So what are you carrying that cannot save you? Jeremiah 10 is what I want to talk about today. The living God versus lifeless idols. Today, we're in Jeremiah chapter 10, which is a chapter where God calls his people to stop chasing things that cannot save them and return to the one who is alive. Jeremiah 10 is not just ancient history, it's a mirror. Because today, we don't carve wooden idols, but we do carve out modern ones. Success, image, followers, money, fame, approval from others, you can name it. We carry these idols around instead of letting God carry us. Jeremiah 10 actually asks, what are you carrying that cannot save you? The point I want to make, first point, is idols require you to carry them. And Jeremiah begins with this statement. He says in Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 2, do not learn the way of the nations. So really he's saying don't copy what the world chases. Then Jeremiah describes these idols. They cut a tree. They decorate it with silver and gold. It cannot speak. It must be carried. Jeremiah 10, 3-5. Now watch this contrast. Idols versus God. Made by people or the maker of people. Must be carried. God carries us. God, these idols don't speak. The storms do obey God. Jeremiah says that idols are like scarecrows in a field. They cannot do anything. And your bank account is the same way. It can't bring peace. Your followers can't give you identity. Your achievements cannot heal anxiety. Your image cannot comfort you at 2 a.m. when you're broken. Only God can. God is the one who can carry us. Idols cannot carry us. So let me say that again. Anything you have to carry cannot save you, and yet many of us were exhausted because we're carrying something that was never meant to be for our own. See, God is the one who's living, active, and sovereign. And Jeremiah shifts from describing dead idols to describing the living God. In Jeremiah chapter 10, it says, there is none like you, O Lord, for you are great. And then, the Lord is the true God, the living God, the everlasting King. So there are three declarations. One, he is the true God, not an empty substitute. Number two, he is the living God, which is active and moving and present. And number three, he is the everlasting King. His reign does not end. When he speaks, storms form. He made the earth by his power, Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 12. When idols fall, they shatter. When God speaks, galaxies move. So which one sounds worthy of your worship? Number three, God corrects because he loves. Jeremiah ends this chapter with a prayer. He says, correct me, Lord, in Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 24, but with justice. For Jeremiah isn't running away from God's correction. He's inviting it. Most of us pray, God bless me, or God use me. And Jeremiah prays here, he says, God correct me. Why? Well, this is why, because correction is not rejection. Correction is proof that you belong to him. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 6 says that the Lord disciplines the one he loves. So if God is confronting an idol in your life today, it's not punishment, it's protection. Point 4, we're not in control. Jeremiah's final admission, a man's way is not in himself. Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 23. Translation, God, I cannot run my own life. Control is an illusion. Surrender is freedom. Some of you are tired because you're trying to be your own God. You're trying to control outcomes. You're trying to fix people. You're trying to manage everything. All of these things. But Jeremiah says, he says, we don't know how to direct our own steps. And that is good news because the one who does is good. So what are you carrying? Ask yourself this question. What am I carrying now that cannot save me? The idol of approval, the idol of financial security, the idol of success or reputation, the idol of ministry metrics. If it can be shaken, it was never your God. Only Jesus says, come to me all who are weary and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. You don't have to carry your idol. Let God carry you. Let us pray. Let us pray about this whole idea that, Lord, correct me if we're settling for anything less than you. Break every idol that we've built You are the living God, and there is no one like you. And so Jeremiah 10 reminds us that idols are carried, but God carries. Idols are dead, but God is alive. Idols take, but God saves. So therefore, choose the living God. Thank you so much for listening to today's sermon. This is Chad Damitz, founder of conformtojesus.com. Feel free to visit my website. I've got many articles